Welcome to the 250 Gemstones News TV channel. I am your host, Michael T. Porter. I'm bringing the news to your ass like no other. This is a channel that represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. I have another bomb news segment for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and share button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I am dropping. Also, if you'd like to support the mission, support the movement, support the channel, Cash App $ Michael US. And I want to apologize. Y'all probably been helping me out. I've been hard on y'all. I've been putting Michael US instead of $ Michael US. So if y'all tried to give me some goddamn money over that Cash App and for some reason it didn't go through, I gave y'all the wrong name. But this once again is $ Michael US. I apologize. Ain't nobody perfect. I don't need y'all beating on my door. Speaking on beating on the wrong door, this man, Daquan Ritter, is going to jail. This nigga going to jail for killing a transgender woman and while dating a biological woman, a real woman. So he already had a girlfriend, which is a real woman, a black queen. She's a real woman. She's very pretty. But he was a freak. He had some demons he had to fight, and he was messing around with a transgender, and the transgender is about to expose his ass, as he should. I got a couple of videos I want to play for y'all, and I'm going to be right back with you to give you my opinion. Let's go.
Prosecutors called a hate crime. Our News 19's Walker Lawson was in the courtroom this afternoon and joins us now with the breaking details. Walker.
A statement made inside the federal courthouse today as Daquan Ritter was sentenced to life in prison for murdering Dime Doe. The judge saying that it sends a statement that hate crimes will not be tolerated. Ritter shot the victim to death because prosecutors say he was upset because he thought their relationship with each other would become public. During the sentencing, the government argued that Ritter, who was not from Allendale, could have just left and gone back home to New York if he was concerned his relationship with a transgender woman would impact his social status, but rather he chose murder, arguing this added insult to injury to the Allendale community, as well as the LGBTQ+ community and to Dime's family. Dime Doe's mother spoke to the judge, pleading for the maximum sentence, saying her baby didn't deserve what happened. The defense argued for mercy for Ritter and that there is more to him than this trial. In their sentencing memo, they argued Ritter had a troubling adolescence, one marked with instability, abuse, and neglect. Letters were also sent from his loved ones, such as his daughter and grandmother. Ritter also spoke, asking for mercy, saying he did not murder Doe and that he is far from perfect and not a killer. In the end, the judge sentenced him to life in prison and spoke to Ritter, saying his actions caused immense pain, adding murder is the ultimate crime and he took away her family's right to see her again. Family and attorneys joined outside the courthouse moments after. U.S. Attorney Adair Ford Burroughs saying this sentencing is a significant step in the right direction for hate crimes.
This case is the first of its kind to go to trial in the federal system in our country. The murder of a transgender woman because of her gender identity. To Dime's mom, Deborah Thab, I stand here in awe of her and the family here today. They have endured so much and so much pain and remain resilient. Dime will be remembered for her light, for her authenticity, for her joy. We will always remember her. I will always remember her.
Ritter has 14 days to appeal this sentence. Walker Lawson, News 19, WLT.
Black transgender woman named Dime Doe.
That shooting happened in Allendale County back in 2019. Our Nick Neville is live outside of the courthouse where he has been following that trial.
And Nick, I understand Ritter's girlfriend said that he was acting strange after the murder. What else did she have to say today?
Right, Greg and Judy. So testimony from the girlfriend elicited that she tried to call Ritter several times on the evening of the murder, blowing his phone up. When she finally was able to reach him, she says that he denied being involved with this killing, but was acting strange and was not even looking her in the eye. Now, this girlfriend, Delasia Green, was appearing today under subpoena. She was actually arrested for failing to comply with that subpoena. The state has argued that Ritter killed Dime to silence her because he didn't want people to find out that he was romantically involved with Dime. The government establishing that Delasia Green confronted her then boyfriend twice about Dime. Once after she went through his phone and found text messages about, quote, getting a room with someone. And again, after she asked about his dealings with the victim, Green said that she had just found out that Dime was transgender. And when she asked why Ritter was hanging around with her, Green testified that Ritter got angry and said, "Don't question my sexuality." She said, however, that prior to the killing, their relationship was perfect. Now, this afternoon, we also heard testimony from one of the associates of Ritter who he was with the day of the murder. He testified that he saw Ritter at a burn barrel that was in the neighborhood trying to dump something into that burn barrel, which he thought was the clothes that he was wearing earlier that day. He also says the following day, Ritter came up to him and asked him to discard something which he believed to be a handgun. The defense on cross-examination tried to poke holes in this story and say that it wasn't credible that someone who he barely knew and wasn't his friend would be asking him such a thing. Testimony will resume tomorrow morning at 8:30. We'll have live updates once again, but for now, reporting in Columbia, Nick Neville, WIS Newstown.
Nick.
Would y'all like my opinion? Would y'all like some of this 250 Gemstones news TV commentary? Well, of course you do. That's why your ass is here. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Whatever you do in the dark, what, y'all say it with me, comes out to the light. He was playing with that man. It's no such thing as a transgender woman. It is a man in drag. It is a man who chopped off his body parts. It's still a man. So he's attracted to men, and he's using his transgender fantasy to kind of ease his way into his homosexuality, because eventually he's going to want a man to go up in his butt. It all starts off with him going behind the transgender woman, right? When it all starts off, Daquan Ritter, if this would have continued, Daquan Ritter is the one going up in the transgender. But over time, you know, when you involving yourself in this type of lifestyle, when you involve in yourself these type of ideologies, there's no rules in this ideology. There's no rule. Anything goes. So you're the one starting off giving it. Soon you're going to be receiving it. He started off giving it, then he's going to be the one receiving it. His mind is twisted, and it's unfortunate this goes on a lot, how these demonic people, I ain't gonna say, yeah, he's demonic because he had demons were surrounding him and he couldn't fight the urge to go be with a man. Here's my thing. If you're sleeping with a man and then going back sleeping with a woman, you know, you're a deceiver. There's something wrong with you. You lack morals. You lack decency. You lack class. You lack integrity. You lack honesty. Because if you're into that lifestyle, if you down with the freaky deaky men dressing up like women and they got breasts, like they actually got implants on breasts, but when they pull down their panties, they got a male part. If you're into that, leave God's daughters alone. I'm a big advocate. Just leave God's daughters alone. They're empty. They're sensitive. They're weaker of the species. And they need guidance. They need a love from a real man. They need masculinity. They need money. They need food. They need their healing. They need to be provided for. You know, with the real masculinity, with real love that comes from God and that flows through a real man. And this is what these women need. So it's obvious you're not that type of man that God's daughters need. So what I'm saying is he's no benefit to women. Just leave women alone and just go deal with the trannies. But here's the thing. Not only are you ruining the lives of God's daughters, you're ruining the lives of transgenders. Make that make sense. You have deceived God's daughters, which is real women, and you are deceiving transgender because you're sleeping with the transgender, but you're getting mad that the transgender wants to tell everybody about your relationship. If you don't want the transgender to tell, if you don't want it to get out, don't give the transgender an opportunity to tell everybody about your relationship, or you just need to be honest with yourself that you need to come out. You're not honest with the transgender because you're leading the transgender on thinking that you're gay, right? You're a homosexual man. So the transgender's like, okay, you all up in me. I'm a man, so let's just live your truth. And then you're not honest with God's daughters, the biological women, the real women. You're not honest with them. You're not even honest with yourself. You're not honest with the transgender. You're not honest with God's daughters, and you're not honest with yourself. This man is a living lie, and it all caught up with his black ass. It all caught up with his black ass. Lock his ass up. If you're going to mess with the trend, or let's say you honestly just confused about your sexuality, something happened to you when you were little, be by yourself. Get some therapy, go to church, change your life around, and make it happen. I'm sick of the bullshit now, and I'm really sick of God's daughters. You know, this horrible. They're actually looking for good men, and they're sleeping with men, bringing them diseases home to their wives, bringing them diseases home to their fiancés, bringing the diseases home to their girlfriends, to their boo things, because you want to stick your eggplant in a man's mud, in his mud box. You want to stick your eggplant in a man's mud box and then bring that mud home to your old lady. These people are sick, but I'm glad he's going to prison, because he's in a place he's going to be with his own kind. Lock that nigga up. But y'all flood my comments. What do y'all think about this story? Woo! My head's spinning right now. Those of you that have been rocking with me since day one, I appreciate y'all. We are going up. Continue to put out great content for y'all. If there's a story out there, a news topic, or anything, whether it's sports, whether it's whatever, y'all can hit me up in the comments. And if y'all feel like I can cover that goddamn story in a 250 manner, I'm gonna cover that damn story. Those of you that just found the channel, I appreciate y'all too. Y'all let me know. Hit the comment section. Let me know. I appreciate y'all. Once again, 250, I'm gone.